All right, y'all. 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 Is Bitcoin gonna pump? Are we about to break out? Let's see what happens. We will be live in a few minutes, guys, as usual. Blessings to all of you in the name of Yeshua the Messiah. Let's get this live stream up to 500 likes so I can give away a discount. Let's get this stream up to 1,000 likes so I can do a giveaway. Let's get this stream up to, I'm only going to make it 2,000 likes. If we can get this stream up to 2,000 likes, I will give away zero.1 Bitcoin. If we can get this stream up to 1,200 likes, I will give away 0.025 Bitcoin. Can you 1,200 likes, 0.025 Bitcoin. That's awesome. That really is awesome. So tell your friends, tell your wife. Shalom Leon, Hakol Tov, Toda Rabah, Mashlomcha. If this stream can get 1 million likes, I will give away 3 Bitcoin. I know Crypto Face is live. I know he's much cooler and hipper than I am, so this is probably going to be a smaller stream. Can you guys hear me all right? Let me know. I see Fiva says volume up, please. He got a fever. Got a fever. Watch out. Make sure to social distance if you got a fever. All right, y'all. Here we are live on the Bitcoin chart. What is going to happen with Bitcoin? I am just going to dive right in here. But actually, before I do, let me just wait for a few more people to drop in. But let's take a look at the market cipher on the 4-hour. We've been waiting for this for quite some time. We've been waiting for the money flow to cross over that zero line. We've been eyeing it up, right? For the past, I don't know, since all the way back here, May 25th, the 24th. Especially when we were printing this head and shoulders, it looked like the money flow was going to cross. It looked like we were going to come up like this. We had the head and shoulders. We came back down. We bounced off this bottom trend line. And now it looks like we are indeed coming back up again. The fact that this momentum wave right here is higher than the previous momentum wave is a good sign. Unlike back here where we had a high momentum wave and then a low one, that was a bad sign, right? Because Market Cipher is giving us the direction. We knew when we were printing this head and shoulders, we were going to come down. I'm pretty sure we shorted that. But right now, it looks like we're coming up, and we've officially gotten this money flow cross on the 4 hour. Very exciting stuff, guys. Very exciting stuff. I do believe we are going to see a move to the upside. Doesn't mean we're not going to have volatility. I'm going to get into that. If we go to the 12 hour, look at the VWAP on the 12 hour. My goodness. This is the juiciest thing I've ever seen. And not only that, guys, for the first time since May 11th, we are printing a wave above that zero line on the 12-hour time frame. And you guys know that I have been in a swing long position from 32K. You guys know, well, some of you probably know if you're in my Discord, that I added to that swing long position when I got confirmations on the daily time frame that we were indeed looking like momentum was ramping up. Okay, a swing long position, low leverage. So this is good. This is good in my mind, right? The 12 hour, we can even see that money flow is starting again to come up. If we go to the 6 hour, I mean, this looks very juicy, right? We have a wave right here. What we really need to see, guys, is we need to see this 6 hour wave come up above this previous 6 hour wave right here. Because that will show us that we are indeed breaking out of this triangular structure that we see. This triangular structure that we are keeping our eyes on, okay? We are indeed keeping our eyes on this triangular structure. Shout out to JB Pennick, who says the V is whapping. Yes. Shout out to Ramon, who says, he says, shalom to you as well. It's whapping and whopping. We're whapping and whopping. Shout out to Crypto Chad. Okay, guys, so the 6 hours looking good. The 4 hour is looking absolutely delicious. Okay, absolutely delicious. The 3 hour as well is looking pretty nice. Right here, we've got these waves that are about the same height on the 3 hour. Come down to the 2 hour and to the 1 hour. The 1 hour is looking extremely nice. Look at this, guys. Look at this. We have the money flow becoming extremely thick, while the WAP is whapping, coming up. Looks like we're about to print another high green dot right here. Now, what do I think is going to happen? There's obviously one of two possibilities. Okay, we really need to see what happens when this green dot starts printing on the 1 hour, because here's the thing, we have a very high momentum wave, and what really could just happen is the same thing that happened back here, where we just basically top out, right? We top out, we hit the top of the triangle and we top out. Because if we do print a green dot here that pushes us up, is it going to be able to push us outside of the triangle or just to the triangle? That is the question. And if we take a look over here on the chart, we can also see that we are forming some kind of other pattern here. If we come to the 4 hour time frame and just zoom out a little bit, we can see that we are forming some other kind of pattern here, some kind of ascending triangle, rising wedge type thing in here. And not only are we forming this, but we are rejecting off of that resistance quite consistently. We can see every time we wake up to this, that's the noise that the price action actually makes when we reject off of a resistance. Most people don't know that, but vit is the actual noise. You can look it up on Wikipedia. Okay, what noise does the price action make when it rejects vit? Also, take a look at this Market Cipher B on the 4 hour. Although we are getting the money flow crossover, okay, it's very possible that we could, come up and print a red wave here and then print another wave so that we can get this overall direction coming up like this. So it's possible that we might, come down a little bit before we come up a little bit. A lot of things are possible right now. So what I want to do is I want to take a look at some levels that we can mark out, some key levels, right? With keys. We're going to use keys, tar keys. And that way we can have some kind of a plan as to what we are going to do if and when price moves in a certain direction. Because here's the thing. Although we cannot predict the future, what we can do is we can come up with multiple scenarios for the future and then decide what we are going to do if each one of those scenarios does happen to occur. Because here's the thing. It's just like in life. We don't know what's going to happen, but we need to have a plan in case something does happen. And so here's what I want to do. First of all, let's take a look. Well, actually, before we take a look, let's just recognize the fact that volume is coming down, right? Volume in general is getting lower and lower. And we all know that when volume gets lower and lower and lower, as price is coiling up inside patterns like this, it means that a move is imminent. And so we know something is going to happen soon. How many times can we come up and wick against this resistance before we break out of it? I don't think too many more times. We see the momentum is ramping up here. I'm biased toward a move to the upside. I'm not biased as much to a move to the downside, but of course we have to prepare for that. So the first thing I want to do is pop into the chat and say, guys, let's get this video up to 500 likes so I could give a sweet discount. If we get this video to 1,200 likes, guys, I'm going to give away 0.025 Bitcoin. During this stream, I will give it away. Let's give away some Bitcoin. I'm all about giving away Bitcoin. People come to my house, the plumber, the pest control guy, the cable guy. I gave the cable guy. Hey, shout out to you, Andre, if you're listening to this, Andre the cable guy. Gave him $100 of Bitcoin. I like to get people into Bitcoin. Shout out to Dome F. So the first thing I want to do is I want to take a look at some volume, okay? I want to analyze the volume since we lost this important level, the January all-time high. All right, if we go back in time to January, back. Okay, look at this, the January all-time high right here. This was the top of the range we were trading in back in January. We broke above it. We had all this Elon Musk action down here, and then we come back, we bounce off the January all-time high, and boom, we lose it. And now what are we doing? If we go to the daily time frame, we can see that we're actually trading back in that same section, the same slice. Okay, this is a slice of pizza right here. We are trading in the same slice of pizza that we were trading in back in January. Okay? The only thing that's different are the toppings. And so this is a very key level, this January all-time high. And so what I want to do is I want to analyze the volume that Bitcoin traded once we lost that January all-time high. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take a volume indicator. I'm going to come to indicators. I'm going to type in fixed range, okay? Fixed range. And this is an indicator that will help us analyze the volume that Bitcoin traded at during different prices. And I'm going to take it from the time that we dropped below that January all-time high. I'm going to take it to this candle right here, okay? And of course, I have to change this because who in the world, who in their right mind would want to look at blue and yellow when we could look at blue and purple, okay? And what this is doing for us is this is giving us a little range here. It's giving us a little range. And this range that it's giving us is basically from the time that we lost this January all-time high to the current present. Where was the most buying and selling taking place? And we can see it was taking place right here at this white line. This is called the point of control. And then we see these other areas. We see this area right here where the color of these volume candles goes from light to dark. This gives us the value area low of our range. And then up here, this gives us the value area high of our range. This is kind of marking out for us a trading range where we have the high and the low and then the center point, And these are important levels of support and resistance that we can look at to potentially see if Bitcoin will have a reaction off of it. And it's really interesting to just notice that, you know, we came down, we rejected off this trend line this morning, and we get a bounce perfectly off that center point, that point of control. And so this can kind of help us. This can kind of help us get an idea. I'm going to turn these hot pink because hot pink is a beautiful color, and I like to use that for volume lines. Okay. This will give us a good idea. These areas. I'm going to turn off that volume indicator now. Of places where we potentially could look for Bitcoin to get a reaction off of. So if we happen to get a move to the upside, we might find some resistance right here after we break out at about 39,872. Or, you know, if we lose this support here, we might get a perfect bounce off of this low volume area, right? And at the same time, it's this trend line. So this is a key area right here to be looking for some kind of, if we fall out of this, right? If the 4-hour prints a red dot and we need to cool off a little bit before we come back up, you know, be looking definitely for a reaction off of, well, first of all, this area, right? Second of all, this area. And when we're looking for a reaction, what we want to do is we need to do a number of things, okay? First of all, we need to see that there is a reaction, right? If we come down to a level, we don't just want a long here, right? Because we could just continue on down. What we want to see is we want to see us come down to the level and then start to come back up, right? Maybe lose it a little bit and then see it, a giant wick, a FOMO candle. And at the same time, we want to make sure Market Cipher is showing us that we are indeed moving in an upward direction. Okay, and I go over this a lot in my videos, but let's mark some other levels. Let's mark some other levels, okay? Now, first of all, people know, if you follow this channel, how much I love to pull out the fib, okay? They call me the Fib Master J. The Fib Master J. And shout out to Dan Dolosich, who says, do we get the 22% discount on your course for getting your video to 500 likes yesterday? No. But if we can get this video to 500 likes today, I will give away a juicy discount. One more thing to keep in mind, guys. I am currently, I have a sweet Market Cipher discount that is still good for today. Okay, a 15% off Market Cipher discount that Flopping Groper graciously gave to me yesterday. Check it out. Check it out. Now, I love to pull out the fib. People know this. Okay, so what I want to do is I want to pull a fib, okay, from this low right here. Okay, this low right here to this high. Okay, from that low to this high. And the reason I'm doing that is because these are actually the previous, is that a word? The most previous. These are the most previous swing lows and swing high. Okay, because this one and then this one are the most previous swing lows and swing highs. Okay, and we can see that we do actually have some confluence here. We have some confluence at this level. The bottom of the triangle right here, if price were to come down back down to here, look at this. This is called confluence. Confluence is when there's multiple things pointing to one place saying, hey, this is an important level. And we can see that it's not only the value area low of this entire section of price action, but it's even the 618 Fibonacci level. And if you are unfamiliar with the 618 Fibonacci level, then I highly recommend you check out jasoncaspertrading.com, because this trading course, which by the way is being remixed and remastered, I'm currently working on redoing all the videos so that they're not old live streams, but they're brand new. In fact, I have the videos right here that I'm doing, okay? It's about to be remixed and remastered. And this will basically give you everything you need to become a confident, profitable trader. Okay, we go through all the TA, we go through Market Cipher, we show you strategies you can use to start winning trades. We show you risk management, trading psychology. And this has helped many, many people. You can read the testimonials. If you don't know about all the stuff I'm showing you right now, or you want to know more detail, check out jasoncaspertrading.com. Let's get this video up to 500 likes, guys, so that I can 666 viewers. Oh my goodness, am I the devil? I hope not. So, that was a close one, guys. I will give away a 20% discount if we can get this video to 500 likes, as per the usual. So this is confluence down here, guys. This is a level to keep our eyes on. This level right here, around 34.8. In my humble opinion, okay? In my humble opinion. And even if we lose the triangle, you know, keep your eyes on this general golden ratio. You know, we might come through and then come back up real quick. We don't know. So this is an area that we should keep our eyes on. Because here's the thing. If Market Cipher needs to cool down and the VWAP needs to come back below the zero line, the thing is we can't really know how low that's going to go. We can't know how low that's going to go. If we're going to stay in this uptrend, right, the higher lows and the higher highs, then I would like to honestly see us break out of this trend line before we come back down. That would be great, right, if we printed the higher high and then came up. But we don't know what's going to happen, so that's why we're coming up with a plan. Now, because I enjoy the fib so much, and people know, I will pull it out. I will be in Walmart. I will be in Walmart, and I will just whip the fib out. And all the people are like, oh my goodness, did he just whip out his fib? Yes, I did. Yes, I did. Okay. Angus Interpretus Encyphotecatus says that carbon equals 6 on the periodic chart. Are you trying to say that because man is essentially made of carbon and the book of Revelation says it's the number of a man and his number is 636? Are you trying to make that connection? I'm just curious. I'm just curious why you would bring that up. Anyway, so let's pull another fib. What? That's the same fib I just pulled, guys. Hang on. Hang on. I'm sorry. Sorry about that. Here we go. This is another fib right here. Now this fib, where did I pull this fib from? I pulled this fib from up here, okay, this high. So initially, we come all the way down to the bottom of the triangle. Then we get a massive bounce to the upside, okay? So from this swing high that we got when we entered the triangle down to the next swing low is where I pulled the fib. And there's a few important areas of confluence that we need to keep our eyes on. First of all, I think it's important to note that the point of control of the range, the center point of this entire range, is the same as the 0.5 fib level. Now I know what you guys are thinking. Hey, Jason, the 0.5 is not a fib level, okay? It's not a real fib number. I know it's not a real fib number. But here's the thing. It still is respected oftentimes. It still is respected oftentimes. We cannot deny that fact, right? When we come down to it, we get a little reaction. It's acting as support, as resistance again. And then look at this, guys. It's been acting as support for the past, since the 31st of May, okay? Since the 31st of May. So we cannot deny the fact that it's respected, right? But the one thing that I do want to point out is the fact that we do have the golden ratio, right? The 618 right here at about $38,126, okay? So I'm going to put a line here. And I'm going to turn that line from pink to white because when I'm dealing with fib lines, I like to make them white, okay? And I'm going to click OK. And now that wait a second. What happened to my line? I thought that, you know what I did? I changed the text white. I need to change the color white. Sorry, guys. Forgive me. Wait. You know what I did? I changed the wrong line. See, forgive me, guys. Sometimes it's difficult. It's difficult to be a YouTuber. Y'all don't understand unless y'all down with the YouTubes. Shout out to Raj Singh, who says, change your candle color, dude. Raj, all due respect, my good friend, as much as I love you, and I do, and I pray that the Lord blesses you, but you are the one that needs to change your candle color, my dude, okay? You need to exit. You need to have an exit strategy, okay? You need to have an exit strategy. Let me show you something, okay? Let me show you something. We're going to come over to TradingView, right? We're going to come here. All right. Now you guys, I know my charts are sloppy, but hey, I'm doing my TA, right? You guys know what it's like to do TA. Let me show you something, my good friend Raj. And I mean this with the utmost respect, my good friend. But if your chart looks like this, green and red, you're definitely missing out. You are missing out. Here's why. Let me show you something. Let's say, okay, that you entered a long position right here. You entered long right here because you're like, man, I'm just buying that dip. I'm buying that dip. That dip is tastier than George W. Bush, okay? You're buying this dip. Y'all know I'm a conservative trader, right? I'm very conservative with my funds. That's why I love George W. Bush, because he was a conservative also, right? At least that's what he told people, okay? Now, here's the thing. If you done bought this dip here and you went long, okay, now all of a sudden the trade starts to move. Boom! Oh, my goodness. Red. Do you want to see the color red when you're losing a trade? No. It's gives you lots of anxiety. Boom, 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 boom. Okay? You don't want to see that. I'm telling you. Do you know what you want to see? You want to see this. Okay? Now, just bear with me here, guys. Bear with me, because I'm helping my friend Raj here with something very important. It is very important, Raj. You don't understand, my friend. Now let's replay this scenario, okay? Let's replay the scenario again. Okay? We're going to long the dip, okay? Because we're great at TA. Clearly this is the bottom, and now we're heading back up, okay? We're longing right now. Oh, wait, what just happened? What in the world? Hang on. Sorry, Raj. This is for Raj's mental health, guys. This is for my friend Raj's mental health. Okay, we're long the dip. Ooh, purple. That's so cool and relaxing. Ah, yes. Oh, I'm so relaxed right now. Am I losing money? Blue. Very cooling to the central nervous system. I'm in such a great mood right now. More purple. I love purple. What a beautiful color that is. What a beautiful color. Great day to be in the long. Great day to be in the long. Oh, yes. Oh, yeah. Oh, my goodness. What a beautiful day it is to just be in a long. You know what I mean, Raj? Okay? So if there's anything you can take away from this video, my friend, Raj, it's that we really need to use the blue and the purple, okay? So here's the thing. This level right up here, the 618, I think because we dragged our fib from this high, right? We lose. Okay, this is the order of operations here. We lost this important support. We come down with this giant wick. We come up. Now, because we have a swing low and a swing high, now we're going to wait for the second swing low so we can obtain targets. We're going to pull our fib from this swing high to this swing low to now obtain some targets. And we know that one of the places that Bitcoin will retrace to, or any asset typically will retrace to and find a strong reaction off of, is the 618 level. So imagine this scenario, guys. Let's imagine this scenario, because I think this could help a lot of us if, let's say that Bitcoin does cool off a little bit, right? Because right now we're consolidating here. We need to consolidate a little bit, okay? And then we get a surge of momentum, and we come up and we break above this all-time high, and everyone's like, we're breaking out. This is it, guys. We're breaking out. Okay. But we have our fib on here. Okay. And we break out, and then we reject off of, before we even get to the trend line, right? We reject off of the golden ratio and come back down. That's a very probable thing that could happen. Okay. That's an extremely probable thing that could happen. So we need to keep this in mind. And that's why we're pulling out our fibs and coming up with these levels with volume and Fibonacci. because price does respect these levels. I mean, take a look, right? We pulled our fib from the high to the low, and we come down. We get a bounce off the 0.5. We get a bounce off the 382. We get a bounce off the 236. Okay, we come back up. We get another little bounce off the 382, and then we just this 0.5, which is also our point of control. So those are the areas, you know, that I'm looking. And again, you know, my other fib here is giving us there is a 618 down here. Now keep in mind we already did bounce off that 618 one time, so this might be null and void. This might be null and void. Did I have another fib on here, guys? That's the same fib, right? That's the same fib. Yeah, so right now, I would say that as far as if we're going to come, well, obviously this right here, this general area right at the bottom of the triangle would be a nice support, would be a nice place to long right now. Why? Because we have a 618/golden ratio area right here if we were to come down to here, plus we have this trend line of support. So, you know, if price does make its way back down to this area, you know, that'd be a great place to look for a bounce. And on the other side of the Bitcoin, if price, you know, as we break this resistance here, keep your eyes on this general region, okay? Because not only do we have this trend line here, but it is a 618 area, okay? It's a 618 area, okay? So that's kind of how I'm looking to play this. I cannot say that I'm actually looking to long the breakout, besides the fact that I am also in a swing long position from 32K on Bitcoin. So, and I've already added to that position. I don't really plan to day trade or scalp trade a breakout. I don't. Instead, what my plan is if we start to come above these resistances, then I'm gonna be looking for a rejection. I'm gonna be looking for a rejection, just like what used to happen to me in school when I was in high school. Okay. You know, I wasn't the coolest guy in the world. You know, I know it's hard to believe that, y'all, but I was not the coolest guy in the world. Okay. And so, you know, there was this beautiful girl, you know, I'll never forget, gorgeous, and she was the bee's knees, okay, and I was like the Bitcoin price, and this girl, she was like the yellow trend line, okay, she was the yellow trend line, and you know, let's clean up our chart a little bit, just so that the story is a little bit more effective in pulling on your emotional strings. But you know, the girl, not only was she the orange trend, the yellow trend line, since I get my oranges and yellows mixed up, okay, but she was also the 618, okay, she was the 618, okay, meaning there was double resistance for me to come to her. So first of all, this yellow trend line right here is my courage, okay, this was my courage. So I had to break out of my shell, my courage, right? Because, man, what a nerd, right? What a nerd I was. I played, you know, the French horn in the orchestra. What a loser, okay? Then I came up and I decided to talk to her, okay? Step one, talking to her, coming to the first resistance. Can I do it? She's so hot. She couldn't even talk back. She talks back. Then I say, hey, maybe, you know, we could hang out sometime after school. Rejected off the 618 golden ratio. Now she won't even talk to me anymore. Okay, not only will she not go out, she won't even talk. And here's the thing, guys. The same is true with the Bitcoin price. Okay, and yes, here's the thing, guys. If she's on the stream, shout out to you. Right, you made the wrong decision. Okay, you could have been married to a farming, Bible thumping, day trading, powerlifting. I don't know what I am anymore, guys, but you missed out on your opportunity, and now I'm married to Big Butts 28, okay? Shout out to Big Butts 28 in the Discord, okay? She's also my wife, you know? It's also my wife. I married her because she has, well, never mind. I'm sure you can guess by the name of her Discord handle. Okay, it's the only reason I married her. Just kidding. Just kidding. Sorry, guys. You know, we can wax eloquent on these streams here. We can wax eloquent. Let's see. Did we get this thing up to 500 likes so I can give a sweet discount? No. Come on, guys. If we can get this thing up to 500 likes, discount on the course, 20%. If we can get this to 1,200 likes, 1,200. That's not too far-fetched. If you tell your sister and your brother to come like the video, I'll give away 0.025 BTC. That's pretty legit. 0.025 BTC. Paul Nivon says, am I a Seventh-day Adventist? No, I am definitely not. I'll tell you why. And I'll be totally honest with you. No disrespect if there's anyone SDA out there, but I think Ellen G. White was a little whack, right? I think she was a little bit whack. But no hate against my SDA bros and sisses, okay? I appreciate y'all. So let's summarize basically what I have been talking about this whole time without any sarcasm or jokes or sidetracks, okay? Basically, these are the two patterns that Bitcoin is coiling up into. The 4-hour time frame, and then we'll get into Ethereum. The 4-hour time frame has officially had a money flow crossover. The 12-hour time frame is looking very nice. The VWAP is whopping. For the first time since May 10th, May 11th, we have a wave crossing over the zero line. This is very significant, okay? We have a clear bullish divergence that we had the price coming down, the momentum coming up. The money flow is crossing to the upside. We see the wave coming over. It looks like things are ramping up for a move to the upside. When we come to the 6-hour, all right, we see the same thing. What we really want to see on the 6-hour is, well, we already see it. We see that this wave that we're at right now is just a smidgen higher than the previous wave, right? Just a smidgen. And that's good. That means direction is coming in the way that we want. The money flow looking very nice on the 6-hour. The 4-hour money flow is crossing over. But here's the thing. It looks like, unless something changes, which it absolutely can, right? Unless something changes, it looks like we need to cool off a little bit or consolidate here a little bit before we break to the upside. How much is that consolidation going to be? We don't know. If we come to the 1 hour, things are looking nice with the money flow, but we printed the red dot on the 1 hour, and it usually means we need to cool off at least a little bit, right? Even if we print a green dot up here, you know, there's no guaranteeing that we're going to not just print a green dot and then another red dot and come down, right? A lot of times that happens where we green dot, red dot, come down, okay? Like right here. Right here is a perfect example, right? Green dot, red dot, come down. Even right here, right? Green dot, red dot, green dot, red dot. We came up a little bit from that initial red dot, but would it break us out of the triangle? We don't know. And that's why we are preparing for places to look for a trade, a trade which would give us a reaction off of a level. And for me, I love to trade reactions off of levels. Right now, Bitcoin is back at a level. I just got a notification about that Bitcoin is currently at a level that I am watching. We can see it right here. This old resistance that was here was a level that I was trading a lot. In fact, in the Discord, in the trading Discord, where I post my trades, some of my trades, okay? That level was a level that I was shorting all day and all night, right? Shorted this thing all day and all night. Shorted it here, shorted it here, shorted it there. And I shorted it also right here. And this was the best one. Because that thing just kept going and going. It was like the Energizer Bunny up in here, right? It was like the Energizer Bunny. That was a nice one. Those other ones, they were all right. They were okay, right? Sometimes they're okay, They're okay sometimes. But other times, sometimes you hit one take profit. That's the thing. When it comes to trading, at least for me, right? It's like I'll get like A small win, a break even, a small loss, then a big win. You know, and that's how you got to roll with it. That's how you got to lean with it, rock with it, lean with it, rock with it, you know? Lean with it, rock with it. So, something else to keep in mind, guys, this Fib 618 resistance that we have up here, let me put that back on. Is that it? No, that's not it. That's not the one I'm looking at. Where is it now? I have too many fibs pulled out, guys. Too many fibs pulled out. That's so funny. Here it is. Here it is. We also need to remember that this is a double fib level right here. It's a double fib level, because if we take our fib from this swing low, was I pulling it from there? No, I was not. If we take our fib from, wait a second. Oh, right. Okay, so if we take our fib from this swing low to this swing high, right, from this swing low down here to this swing high right here, we can see that it is not only is that the golden ratio, but it's also at the 236 fib level. So we've got some nice confluence up here for a rejection. So, you know, keep in mind, if we're breaking out and everyone's excited for the breakout, keep that level in mind, guys. Keep that level in mind, right around 38.1, give or take, right? Right around 38, that general area, this general area right around here. Okay, keep that level in mind. And if we come to the downside, look for a bounce off of this trend line. There's a lot of confluence here that we just went over, all that confluence, okay? So now I'm going to clean up the chart. This is clean. Also, on a much larger scale, I'm looking to short this, and I'd probably be looking to long this too, just being real. As long as Market Cipher is giving us confluence. And again, how do we know that Market Cipher is giving us confluence? How do we know that? How do we know? Well, let's take a look. Let's take a look at a previous trade that we made, and how did we enter the trade? Okay, let's take a look at this trade right here. This one right here. This short. Actually, was this the short? No, this was a tiny little scalp that I did here. A very tiny, small move just to get a quick gain there. This one here, okay, shorting around 37,600. How did we know we were going to come down at this level? We came up above the resistance, and then we came back down below it. How did we know that it was going to be a good short to take? Okay, well, here's how. Here's how. This was the line that we entered at, and I'm pretty sure this is the 4-hour time frame, right? So that must have been like a few days ago. That was 2 days ago. What we're going to do is, when we're looking to short, okay, we want to first make sure that price comes up to our level. We're going to mark these levels out, and then we're going to set an alert on them, because setting an alert on a level will help us know. It will help us know that that we should be looking for a trade, right? So we had a level marked right up here, and Bitcoin came right up to it, and if we go to a lower time frame, we can really see what happened and see what we should be looking for. Actually, really, any time that we are looking for a short or a long position, we should be looking for the same thing, right? First of all, we should be looking for price to come up to a certain level, okay? So we wanted to see price come up to this white line. And this is a line that's predetermined by us. And again, if you want to learn how to do that, check out jasoncaspertrading.com. We show you how to mark these levels. And if we can get 20 more likes, I'll actually give away a 20% discount for the course. Sorry, 40 more likes. 40, I'm bad at math, guys. What we want to see is we want to see Bitcoin coming up to a level, a resistance or support. And when it comes to that level, we want to see, this is where we want to look at Market Cipher. We want to see a divergence, meaning we want to see price making higher highs, and we want to see Market Cipher making lower highs. And an added bonus is if we can see the money flow curving down on Market Cipher. Okay? An added bonus is if we can see the money flow curving down on Market Cipher. If you have an alert here, and all of a sudden you get the alert that price is at your level, okay, and you look, first of all, you want to look at the higher time frames, like the 4 hour, okay, and you want to see when we're coming to that area, what's happening on the 4 hour. Well, on the 4 hour, when we come to that area, you can see it looks like we're about to print a red dot. So it's letting you know we're coming to a top here. We're coming to a top. Then you zoom into like the 6 minute, and you say, okay, now what's Market Cipher telling me? Well, look at this. You know, Market Cipher on the 6 minute is clearly giving us a bearish divergence. Momentum is coming down while the price is coming up. And we need to remember what this means practically. It means, you know, the price of Bitcoin is going up, yet the momentum is coming down. That means Bitcoin's overvalued. There needs to be a correction. A correction. Okay? Correction. All right? And so when we zoom back out here on the 3 minute time frame, we can really see that divergence very, very clearly. We can see even the money flow is coming down. And so what we do is now we see that we're coming down, so we wait until we lose the level. We wait until we come above it, and then this is the FOMO candle. Everyone, you know, FOMOing in, and then we lose it. And this is just the best setup in the world right here. This is actually like, if you can find setups like this, then I guarantee that you will be trading successfully, because these setups are just the most perfect ones in the world. Okay? On the 1 minute time frame, we zoom all the way in, we see the divergence, clear as day. Then we lose the level, we get a retest, and as we get the rejection of the retest, the money flow on the 1 minute turns from blue into purple, which is green into red. That would be your entry right here when we get that money flow cross over. Okay, that would literally be your entry when we see the money flow crossing over. So you enter right here, you put your stop loss above that last swing high, and you set your take profits on the way down. That's how we're going to do it. And that's a great way, a great strategy. It's not the only one, right? There's billions, but that is a great way to win trades. I'm telling you. All right, I want to take a look at Ethereum, guys. Let's take a look at Ethereum here. But before we take a look at Ethereum, C137 is shorting right now, apparently. He's shorting right now, apparently. That's good. I don't think that's a bad short. In fact, I might be short right now too. I forget. I think I am short. I had a short open that I forgot to close, and so it's probably still open. But anyway, here we are on Ethereum. We can see some very similarities. You like how that happened? Wow, only 10 likes away from a discount coupon. Once we get 500 likes, guys, and I'm hoping we get 1,200 likes. Okay, so FY Fishing says this is playing out in real time. Okay, let's go back to Bitcoin. Let's check it out, guys. Let's check it out. Oh man. Okay, so we came up to our resistance right here on Bitcoin. Okay. We can see that the 4 hours starting to print a top. Let's come to the 3 minute. Did we see a divergence? Yes, we did. We saw the divergence right here coming down. Okay. Unfortunately, we never actually hit the level, but I'm sure, yeah, well, we did back here. We hit the level back here. But let's say that you had another level marked, which I did on my other chart, right? I had another level marked right about here, 37.2. So yeah, we did have our level here. We get the divergence. We come up to the level. We lose the level, right? We lose the level. We get the money flow crossover. Let's see where we get the money flow crossover. We get the money flow crossover right here. So, you know, this would be, I guess, your entry if you wanted to short here and put the stop loss above the last swing high. Would this... I mean, you could also say that we have a divergence here. You could say that this is a divergence right here. Higher high, then lower high. And so is C137 short right here where he entered somewhere probably in here. Stop loss above here and then coming down. Because that's not a bad entry in my mind. It's not a bad entry, and we can see that you know, we are forming lower lows on the 1 minute right here. 37,182 he's short from. Nice. Oh, C137 is now C130. So my opinion on if we're coming up or down right now is I think we need to consolidate for a little bit before we get a move to the upside. That's my opinion on this. Consolidate a little, and we have been consolidating. Like, we've been consolidating at this level for all this time, right? Kind of trading sideways. It really depends on what happens. Like right now, the 4 hour looks like it needs to cool off. The 2 hour looks like it needs to cool off. The 1 hour looks like it needs to cool off. The 30 minute is cooling off. Okay. So really, if this candle comes down below this candle and we start doing the lower low thing, that's where we need to start looking down to our supports for a nice bounce. But if we get a surge of momentum and come up, that's where we need to be looking to our resistances for a short. So let's talk about Ethereum here. Ethereum on the 4 hour time frame. And also Doge just went on Bybit, which is pretty cool. Okay, cool. We're gonna give away. We got 500 likes. Let's give away a 20% discount for the Jason Casper trading course, which by the way is getting revamped. And also, guys, I'm gonna start doing small group sessions on specific topics. If you want to ask me questions and stuff on specific topics, I will be offering small group, like 20 people at a time, 20 to 50 people at a time, maybe even 100 people, I don't know. But it'll be small enough where everyone will get to ask questions. So if you're interested in that, let me know. But 20% discount code. What should the code be called? What should the code be called, guys? Let me know. Let me know. Let me know what the code should be called. Emerson Torres. Shout out to you, my good friend. Shout out to you. Okay, show me the fib. That's a good one. Show me the fib. Y'all want to show me the fib? Shout out to Bajarne Games. Yeah, I guess that's good. Daniel Groth. That girl from school. Tarun Singh. Just go back and rewatch the beginning of the stream, my friend. I go into it. I get right into it from the beginning. I get right into it, my good friend. So I'm glad we're all friends here, right? I call all of you guys my good friend, in case you ever noticed that. In case you ever noticed that. Rob McLaurin says, this is starting to sound like a sausage party. Hey, yeah, okay, action camera, rejected from girls. That's a good one. Rejected from girls. Yeah. I'm gonna put spaces in between it, okay? Rejected from girls with spaces, because my phone auto-corrected it, right? And yeah, I've always been rejected from girls. I'm an incel, right? I'm involuntarily celibate. And this code is going to expire on June 3rd, which is tomorrow, and it will be, you can use it 10 times. Okay, so as a okay, here it is. I'll type it in here. Rejected from girls. Yeah, a sad life, guys. A sad life. Khalid Osman says, I'm not an incel, I'm more focused on Jesus. That's true. I am. I try to stay very focused on Jesus. But it's not always the easiest thing to do. It's a discipline. It is a discipline. And also, guys, I do have the 15% discount on Market Cipher that the flopping groper hooked it up with yesterday, and it's only good. It's good yesterday and now today. It's diamond hands. Bitcoin upside or down. So for Bitcoin, I think we need to consolidate and or come down a little bit before we have like a move. Okay, before we have a move, we're consolidating here. The trades that I'm looking for are going to be either shorting this or longing this, and then once we break out of the triangle or break down from it, I will be looking to long or short after the breakout. And because I'm already in a swing long position, I don't feel the need to FOMO into a breakout trade. I don't really like breakout trades because you never know how they're going to go, right? You never know. Sometimes when Bitcoin gets the courage to finally ask that girl out, she says yes, right? But then she goes and talks to her friends, and they're like, "You're going to go out with that loser?" And so we don't want to deal with that. But if we come to Ethereum now, okay, good old Ethereum. Look at this, guys. We had this very nice level of resistance and support right here, okay? And so what happened here is once we lost this level right here, okay, we came down and started doing this whole triangle ordeal as well. So Ethereum is in a very similar situation to Bitcoin. We also have the 4-hour money flow cross. Here's the thing about Ethereum, guys, okay? It's very possible that this wave, this 4-hour wave, can print a red dot very soon, which would mean we need to consolidate. When we look at the 1 hour, what do we see? We see consolidation, but we do see the money flow getting thick. Okay, so we can't just look at the dots, right? We have to look at Market Cipher as a whole direction. As a whole direction, Market Cipher, the money flow is getting thick. As long as this isn't the apex of the money flow, like it was here, okay, this is what we need to keep in mind, right? As long as this is not the apex of the money flow, and then we start to come down in money flow from here, then we could see, after some consolidation, a massive move to the upside. And then, of course, when we break out of this thing, be looking for a rejection off of this level. A rejection off of this level at 3143.25 cents. That 25 cents is very significant. Let's go to a lower time frame to try and see what's happening. Okay, so on the lower time frames, we can see money flow coming down. We need to consolidate a little bit. We need to consolidate a little bit. And then it looks like, that momentum really is building up, guys. It really is building up. The only thing that concerns me a little bit is it looks like this wave might print a little bit lower than the previous wave. And it looks like for Ethereum, we are going to print a lower high right here, which very well might mean that we come down, get another bounce, and then come up. So Ethereum is basically in the same boat as the Bitcoin, and they do tend to mirror each other. But if we pull out our fibs, okay, we pull out this first fib. Where do we pull it from? Well, we pull it from up here, this swing high here, down to this swing low, and we can see that this is our 618. It was our resistance. Now it's acting as our support. We can see that now the 786 level is acting as our resistance. So this is a key area that we need to break out of right here, the 786 area. And you could see we could have gotten a nice little short from there potentially. This is still a short, potentially. I'm not saying to short here, but if momentum continues downward, then price will probably come downward. It looks like we're not breaking that resistance, not right now. Now, what about targets to the upside? Well, we pull out another fib here, okay, and we can see that this is actually a double resistance. Not only is it a 786, but it's a 326 as well. So we're seeing that we're running into some major resistance right there. Keep your eye on. If we break out of here, keep your eye on this thing for a rejection. And honestly, I would be looking up here too. That's just me. Yeah. If we take a look at our volume, not that volume, this volume here. This is our value area high, which lines up perfectly with the trend line, right? Basically, perfect confluence right there. This is our value area low. This is the center point. These are some areas to keep in mind, just like we did with Bitcoin. We're doing the same thing with Ethereum now. And I think it's very interesting that if we come down to the bottom trend line, it lines up perfectly with the point of control, right? So there's a lot of confluence here with the value area high, the point of control lining up with this trend line. And then the other levels to keep in mind are our fib levels that we got going on here. So, that's kind of what I'm thinking as far as Ethereum goes. But I'm gonna have to cut this stream, guys. I wish I could stay. But I have lots of things to do. I do have lots of things to do. Tomster says there's a bullish divergence at the 1 hour. Is that for Ethereum? Let's check it out. A bullish divergence. Did we? Yeah. Look at that. Yeah, I guess there was a bullish divergence here. Yeah, I see that. Yeah. So guys, currently I am not in a trade. Well, I'm still in a short, I think. I'm still in a short from a few days ago that I thought it got stopped out in profit, but it did not. It's still open, so that's okay. I'm just going to let that thing ride in case we come down more, and I'll take more profits out at a lower price. But other than that, I'm sitting on the sidelines besides my swing long, and also I'm still in an Ethereum swing short from like 37,000, because in case we do come down to these lower levels again, which I don't think we will, but in case we do, I will take the last bit of profit out of there. But I will close that Ethereum trade if we start making higher highs on this chart. But here's the thing, you could look at this period of consolidation where we could just break down, right, and continue on the crash, but we could break out and hit a new higher high. So that's why I'm not closing that position yet, even though it's most of the profit's taken out. 75% of it's taken out. But anyway, I do pray that the Lord does bless each one of you. Thank you for being here, even though CryptoFace is live. I know he's much cooler than I am. Shout out to Super Googly. Thank you so much for the super chat, my friend. Tommy, where did I pull the second fib from for Ethereum? Yeah, so this one I pulled from. I pulled it from this low right here, the first dip ever to the first bounce. So the first low to the first high after the dump, and we could even pull one from this low right here to up here. And get another fib there. And technically we could pull one from the high to the low. Oh yeah, I already did that one. That's the 786 one. Okay, so Bitcoin is now getting a 1 hour green dot, guys. This is actually pretty exciting. Bitcoin's getting the 1 hour green dot. This could be what we need, guys. This could be what we need, okay? This could be the breakout. Okay, here we come. Here we come, guys. Here we go. Here we go. We're launching off. Okay, let's take out the 3 minute. 3 minute momentum. I don't know, guys. I don't know. Let's see. 5 minute. 5 minute. We see the direction. We don't see a bullish divergence here. We don't see a bullish divergence. I guess we have maybe a slight bullish divergence here on the 1 minute. But we have a large spike in volume. All right. Anyway, these are exciting times, guys. So as we're launching off, receive this blessing in the Hebrew language. Yevarechecha Adonai v'yishmerecha, Ya'er Adonai panav elecha v'chunecha, Yisa Adonai panav elecha v'yasem lecha shalom b'shem Yeshua HaMashiach Elohei Israel, which means in English, may the Lord bless you and protect you. May he cause his face to shine upon you and be gracious unto you. And may the Lord lift up his countenance upon you and give you shalom, wholeness, peace, in the name of Jesus the Messiah, the God of Israel. Amen. I do pray that the Lord reveals himself to each one of you in a very personal way. I pray that you will all become Fib Masters. Okay. Again, the discount code for the course is rejected from girls. Rejected from girls, 20% off of the course at jasoncaspertrading.com. So check it out, check it out, check it out. Yeah, amen. Jesus Christ is Lord. Yeah, so remember, guys, just remember, if the Bitcoin price pumps, don't FOMO into a long unless that was part of your plan. Okay? Never FOMO into a large blue candle. You need to get in that long before the candle goes, right? If it's a large blue candle and you're thinking of entering a long, don't. Instead, wait for a rejection and look for a short. And there's a good chance you might miss the move, like what happened to Ethereum on the whole way up, right? The people who missed the breakout for Ethereum, wow, by the way, Ethereum. You know, the people who were waiting for a nice short on Ethereum all these ways could have gotten a little scalp, but nothing too serious. But that's okay. That's okay. There's always trades to make. All right, guys, peace, and I will see y'all in the next video.